Hi everyone. I wanted to come in and give you another video for this week. I'm Jennifer Reed. I am a yearbook advisor at North Gaston High School, and we have been using Layout Pro for the last year. And I would like to give you some helpful hints on using Layout Pro with designing a page from scratch today. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you guys can see just like what I go through with my staff. Another advisor's eye view of being able to design with Layout Pro. All right, so if you get logged into Yearbook Avenue and you go to Plan, you go to your ladder, and you click on one of your empty pages, this is a great place to start for letting you and or your staff design some new layouts with some pictures and see what they can come up with. It's also a great opportunity to make sure that they understand the relationships between the pictures, how many captions need to go on a page, and the like, so that that way they understand what elements have to be on a page and what is necessary to make it look complete. The first thing I have mine do is open up a blank page and or open up a practice page. You can do it either way. If you already have your ladder set, I would suggest opening up a practice page. To do that, you would go to File and you would go to New Practice Page. For mine, when I have them do practice pages, because if my ladder is already set, so that way they don't mess anything up as far as what is coming first, second, third, and so on down the line. They do a practice page and I have them name it with their name and what they're intending on creating with that practice page. It might be a sports layout, it might be a divider, or whatever it is. But I always have them put their name first and do a practice page. That way it doesn't mess up the main ladder. From there, once you can see what the kids have designed, you guys can come together as a staff and choose what you decide is the best of the best. And then you can turn those practice pages then into templates that could be used throughout your book for that particular year. Right here with this layout though, I want to get started in showing you where the main features are to design, okay? Before, you could look up at the top toolbar and many things were already right there at the top. Now they're going to be down on the left-hand side over here. So if I want to go ahead and put some images on the page so that I can see where photos would go, we can go to Art, we can go to Image Frame, and we've got a lot of different ones. Before, you had to put a picture on and then change the shape. They've already got some shapes already on there. We just click and drag one of these little squares on over, and then you can adjust it however you want as soon as you get it on the page. So let's say that I want this one to be one of my dominants, and so I can make it a little bit bigger, and I can drag a couple others over here. Let's do a couple more. Oh, let's move that one over to the gutter instead. No, let's cross it over. Yes, I like that better. Okay, and then we're going to add a few more so that we're getting a little bit more of a design. Now, there's plenty of designs that are already in Layout Pro under the Designs tab over on the left. But if you want to see what your kids can do and how they can come up with some of the designs on their own, or if they want to recreate something that they might have seen on Pinterest or in a magazine, then this is a good opportunity to take for the class to actually look and see what they can do as far as this goes. All right. Now, one of the other things too is that for me, sometimes I don't get everything in line. I'm not sure about you, but sometimes my alignment is not the best of the best. So let's just say that that one was way off and I didn't have it to where it was lined up the way I wanted it to. So that you can have everything in line to make that wonderful little eye line, if you click on your photos and hold Shift and get them all clicked together, then over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see these what looks like little stacked things. That's your arrange icon. If you click on that one, you'll see where it has your align objects right through there. So you've got your align left, center, right, and so on. And then right here is your align at the top. That'll let you put all those photos in line there at the top, and then I can see, oh, yep, I'm a little bit off on the bottom of them. So I might need to actually see what my coordinates are if I want to adjust my height. I can do that. And that's under your transform button over here. So see right here, I can see that the height of mine is 12. And let's see if I click on my other one and I see it's 11.9. So I could actually change that up to a 12. That was 0.0. And then that way they're going to be, let's see. I don't think I did too much there. All right, but that's where you can adjust your height if you want to do that by typing in your numbers there. That's an easy way to do that. So your alignment, and see, notice it went away, didn't it? Right there is the thing that you've got to make sure that you're, it's like, wait, where did it go? If you are doing something with your photos, you have to be clicked on a picture, okay, in order for those other tools to show up. If you are not clicked on the picture, those toolbars aren't going to show. And that's something important to make sure that you as an advisor know and your students know. Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, wait, I don't see any align anything. I don't see what I can do. Tell them, click on a picture. As soon as they click on the picture, those toolbars will show back up so that then they can utilize those resources. Okay, so I've got some pictures on the page. I want to add some text as well. So if I go to text, the great thing here is that there are different styles already put in that will help you as an advisor be able to teach your students the sizing and how they relate to one another. For example, if I click and drag a headline over, and then I want a subheading, automatically you can see there's a difference in the size and style of those. Then let's have some body copy underneath that. And I know I'm going to need some captions with these photos. I know I've got 2 over here, and then I've got 3 right through there. And let's see, might be lining that one up underneath, and maybe underneath. Now we'll do that one on the side, maybe. I might do that one on the side as well. Let's see. We might do a big paragraph one for those ones right there. But what I can do is just click and drag those on the page. Now, what we used to call that kind of filler text, we used to call it the Latin gibberish. I'm not sure what your staff called it or if they called it anything, but that's what ours always called it. And so that's not there anymore. It literally just tells you what these represent, which it's good that they tell you what they're representing. It's also very good that they are already in the preset size that the students are going to need to look at and make sure that things are going to be consistent. However, if you want to add in, quote unquote, the Latin gibberish, then by all means do that. Like for my copy, I always want to have much more filler there. So right beside where it says body copy, I'll start making my own little Latin gibberish to fill in some of that space so that I know how far I want to have for my text box. Okay, and you can do this. I would suggest don't put real words just because of the fact that you want to make sure it's very clear that it is not a complete anything. And all right, so there we go. We might have our copy right there. Now, and if you want to change the sizes, I know some people like to have a headline that is much, much bigger. So if you want your headline to be much bigger, and I think this one is 24. Yes, you can just highlight and you can click your 24 and you can change it. Let's say we want to go with 36, or let's go even bigger with 48. You can go ahead and change those sizes. You can change the fonts. You can change all of that if you like. But it does give your students an understanding as they're putting it on the page. This is my headline. This is my subheading. This is where my body copy is going to go. These are where my captions are going to go. And so on and so forth with that. And if you do continue to fill in some of those spaces with stuff that you're going to need to then represent those, you can do your alignments and everything else and have it ready there for your students, or your students can get it ready so that then you could give them a grade on it or whatever. I hope this has been helpful. Just a quick little snippet on how to do some designing on your own. I hope that you guys take an opportunity to use this with your students, and I hope that you have a great week this week. So it won't be as long for the next video. I really hope that it's been helpful just seeing where some of the tools are and seeing how they come up depending on what you're using them for. You'll see those tools pop up for you to use for when you need them. They're not going to always be present, but they'll be present when you click on the item that needs those tools and to be able to use those tools with. Have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you all next time for Advisors Walk with Layout Pro.